What is up? Welcome to Talent Scout Reacts. My name is Ryan, former Talent Scout, indie major labels, current music management agency owner, here with a top 10 list. I've never done one of these before, so bear with me. I'm going to try to make this video as good as possible, but this is my top 10 songs of 2021. Why'd I pick songs? Well, if you know me and you know that I like modern music, a lot of modern music just don't make albums anymore. There's EPs. Yeah, there's a few albums here and there, but it's hard for me to come up with a top 10 list for something like that when it's so sporadic, so the pool is much less to choose from. This way, with songs, I have hundreds and hundreds of songs that have been released in 2021 that I can choose for this year. 2021 was a crazy year for everybody, especially me. I started this YouTube channel. I left a band I was in.
There's the fucking bassist who barely knows how to play his shit and never has any ideas. And then there's the other guitarist who wants to do something completely different from the rest of the band. And then there's the vocalist that just wants to hog the spotlight all the time, and the drummer that overplays or that can't play the stuff that you want to write, blah, blah, blah.
We'll see what happens in 2022. It's gonna be pretty crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna stop boring you here with my story and get on to my list. If you've been following the channel, you know that a lot of these are gonna be heavy bangers, but not all of them, so don't be surprised if you see or hear some of the songs I picked that are kind of out of left field, so to speak, but I try to keep my spectrum of music pretty broad overall. But most of these will be ones that I guarantee you'll enjoy. But we're going to throw a curveball for you with number 10. This is Rivals. The song is called Fake Rich, and it's featuring Elijah Witt of Cane Hill. So what I like about this song, so many things to like about this song. First of all, the vocalist, Kaylee, is so talented from what you heard right there in the clip, but she's just immensely talented. Her voice just bellows. It's so big. It's very like poppy. And if you listen to their other songs, there's a lot of pop influence, but not in a way that like your classic metalhead, well, maybe your classic metalhead, but your average metalhead will, turn away from it. There's a lot of rock influence in there as well. It's really, really cool overall. The video is so cool. I love how they did like this private jet, kind of making fun of wealthy people, but also making fun of themselves. Really neat, dynamic. All their videos are really top quality, and I really enjoy the content that they create. But this song in particular, those verses are very like Sia Lord type of verses, and it's really cool to see that with like these more aggressive choruses. And they even have a breakdown with Elijah from Cane Hill, which is like immense. And it just shocked me that this song was so dynamic, and I was not very familiar with Rivals whatsoever coming into listening to this song. I was like, this is a band I need to pay attention to. And if you have seen in my channel, I've reacted to a couple other their songs after this one came out. I was just blown away by the overall production value, talent, the feature, everything. It was fantastic. So that's why they're my number 10. Let's move on to number 9. The song is by 1056, and the song is called Boy. The reason why I chose this is like my favorite genre of metalcore, if you will. It's not really deathcore, it's not really metalcore either. It's just like pissed-core is what a lot of people call it, and it's just like brutal, in your face. I guess the vocalist from 1056 is former Betraying the Martyrs, who I haven't listened to a lot, but I did listen to some of the new stuff with the new vocalist, and it's really cool. But it seems like he wanted to go in a different direction, a more heavy, in your face, brutal direction. And this is honestly a band that has inspired me to create new music now with my new project. So they do mean a lot to me in regards to that. They just released an EP that was fantastic. A couple songs on there called Exit Bag, Chemo, which I reacted to on this channel. They just go in. There's no letting out with 1056, and their lyrics are super emotional. It's pretty epic, and especially in this song, it's pretty dark. Like I don't know the story, but you can kind of disseminate what the story is from these vocals if you listen to the full song. Definitely, if you want to mosh, if you want to get some angst out, if you need something cathartic to listen to, number 9, Boy by 1056 is fantastic. So definitely love this track. Number 8, we have Spiritbox, Eternal Blue. Those might be wondering, why did I pick the title track off of their album that came out this year? They have so many tracks on there, and there's so many good tracks on there. Honestly, this song is very like just a tantric experience. It's very like trancey. It's very emotional. There's a lot of soundscapes, a lot of ethereal type of vibes. The lyrics are fantastic. I always play it in the car when I'm going fast, and Courtney says slow down, and I'm always like, Courtney, you're the only one who can tell me to slow down. But this song is really, it's top notch. I out of all the songs on their album, it's my favorite because it just reels you in. It's just a lot of connection, a lot of emotion. There's obviously so many good songs on that album. Yellow Jacket, which we reacted to here. Circle With Me, which we've reacted to here. Hurt You, which we've reacted to here. You get the picture. Spiritbox is one of my favorite bands now. I think they're probably going to make it in my top 5 favorite bands, but top 3, I don't know. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, what else is there to say about Spiritbox? This band has risen from being not necessarily underground by any means, but being just kind of like, okay, another metalcore band coming up to like the biggest, not just metalcore, but like metal and rock, one of the biggest bands in 2021, period. Yeah, they've only made number 8. You'll see why, but I really love these guys overall. If I had to rank, like I said, top 10 bands of 2021, I think they'd be number 1. So keep that in mind. Next on the list is a little bit of a niche track that I discovered early in the year. This is Elitist with Control-Alt-Delete. So what makes this track so cool is the tone of the guitar, the clean vocals. That chorus is probably my favorite chorus of 2021, if you will. But they have this really cool chromaticism that they just, the whole song is just, it's kind of like the same riff, but it's not. It's enough variant that it makes things interesting still. It's not really like a breakdown, so to speak, but it's just so heavy and at the same time really melodic and really like modern. I love that about it. It just feels like it's from the future, and that's what I really like about this song. And Elitist is a band that they've been around for a long time, and this is the first song I ever heard from them. I've been apparently head in the sand. So if you have any recommendations on what other Elitist tracks I should check out, please let me know in the comments below. Speaking of things that sound like the future, number 8, we have Starset with Devolution. So you guys know I had to add a Starset track to my top 10 countdown. They came out with a new album a couple months ago. I think it was in October. The whole album is really, really good. I don't think it's as good as Divisions, but it's really close. There's a couple songs that stuck out to me on that album, but the main one was Devolution for a couple of reasons. It's got a really cool chorus. It's got really neat lyrics. And the breakdown, as you heard, his screams he doesn't use them very much in this album, which is particular because in Divisions, he definitely screams a lot more, but when he does scream, it's just like this harsh, menacing, like you want to hear more, but he leaves you wanting more, which is kind of cool too. But Starset is a band, I've seen them live a bunch of times. They're just futuristic. They run with a theme. A lot of people don't like bands that run with themes. A lot of people do. It's not a gimmick because they do it so well, but they're essentially like a band from 2300 instead of 2021. They're a top 3 band for me. Yeah, I picked them at number 6 with Devolution. Number 5, this one is a track. I have no idea how I discovered this track at all. It must have been on some kind of niche playlist because it wasn't from the aggregators I follow. It wasn't from reaction channels I follow. So I have no clue how I found this track. But this is Majin with Argent Cell Eternal. So this track bangs. First of all, the mix is fantastic. Probably best mix of 2021, if you will. It's just so grimy, grungy, and powerful. Everything pops. They use some Doom samples in there, which are really neat. The vocals are very like Lorna Shore-esque, very deathcore, raw. Spectrum is massive. Breakdowns galore, low tunings. I mean, it's everything I like out of a track. I really contemplated putting this in my top 3. I could listen to it probably 3 or 4 times a day. It's that good. So I would definitely go check out. I don't know this band at all, so check out this band. But Majin, M-A-J-I-N, Argent Cell Eternal, really good track. Next up, we have a band that I discovered in 2020, but they released their album in 2021, and it was everything I expected. This is a French band called Landmarks, and the song is called Lost in a Wave.
My face is all in concrete. It's about to take control and I just cannot compete. My brain is trying to trace me. I'm just talking to myself and I can hear everything. My face is all in concrete. It's about to take control and I just cannot compete. And yeah, what the fuck is up?
So like I said, I discovered them very recently in 2020, and they released an album in 2021. I've listened to a lot of their music, but this song in particular, it was between this and Rainfall. I really like their song Rainfall as well. But they're like extremely dynamic as far as they have a very heavy hardcore influence, but they use a lot of modern metal techniques with hardcore, so it blends really well together. Their vocalist is a fantastic clean singer, and he's got a really wide spectrum of growls and screams. And this breakdown it might be my top breakdown of 2021, but I don't know for sure. It's really close. It's one or two. Just that call out, and you just feel that energy, and you just want to rip, man. Definitely check out Landmarks. You know, if a band has a V in their name instead of an A, it's a band to check out. The vocalist also just released a song with Paleface, No Man's Diary, I think it was called, and that song just rips too. So if you like brutal, heavy music with a lot of dynamics, Landmarks is definitely a band to check out, and this song is amazing, always on repeat. So number 2 is Aviana with their song Oblivion. So can you believe this is a solo project? This is one guy playing all the instruments, doing all the studio work, and screaming and singing, and it's just, it blows my mind because, like, yeah, I've kind of wanted to do that before, just do my own solo thing. It's got to cost so much money to do something like that. Aviana is great. Everything they've released, I guess they were a band like with a bunch of people before, and they left, and this guy was like, I'm not killing the band, so I'm just going to keep it and do it my solo project. But everything they've released between 2020 and 2021, they have a bunch of singles out, and they're all just really hard-hitting. The music videos are all really top-notch as far as quality goes. They have a song called Rage, which the music video is like essentially a war scene. That'd probably be my favorite music video of 2021. But Oblivion, the reason why I picked this song is the breakdown. I mean, the chorus is really cool, very hooky, but that breakdown with that chromatic punch, and it's that long pause, long synth type of interlude before it hits, and you know it's hitting, and you're just like, I'm not ready for it, and yeah, you're not ready for it. It's fantastic. He's got one of the better screams of any modern metal band I've heard in a long time. So definitely check out Aviana, check out their other song. It's a song that I love very, very much, and I think in 5 or 10 years I'll still be listening to it for sure. Number 2 on my list, we have, pulling out of left field, this is Chase Atlantic with Oh Mommy.
Fuck a double day, double down on everything I say. You can bring your friend, but she don't get a stay. Guarantee she end up leaving anyway. Never played out, watch out. Dark flames on my door swing out. Switch lanes on a one-way route. Switch lane, make your blood pour out. Make it rain in the drought. Hard rain out loud. Motherfucker get down when I say down. Brown duffel bag, I fill it up with 30 clear browns. Drop shit, pop, police like a breakdown. I don't give a bitch, I'm a side anyway. Please don't try me today. I see the static from a mile away. She wanna fuck me, okay? She wanna know how it tastes, yeah.
All right, guys. So you're probably like, what the heck? Because we've just been reeling off metal bangers galore. But no, Chase Atlantic is a band that I have reacted to on the channel, but I discovered this year. And if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for really groovy hip-hop, really like poppy, groovy stuff. It's not like super in your face, but just enough where you're definitely going to be dancing and definitely going to be having a good time. And Chase Atlantic brings that with every song. But in particular, Oh Mommy, just the two guys that do the vocals together was just perfect on this song. The beat rips. There's definitely some awesome distortion, really cool lyrics. All it is about driving a Ferrari on the highway. You can't go too fast. That's really all it's about, but it's a really, really good song. I definitely recommend you check out Chase Atlantic because these guys, if you can step out of the metal boundary and listen to some groovy hip-hop, poppy type of music, this is definitely for you, and I'm a big fan of Chase Atlantic. So go check them out. Number 1 on my list is Era, Snowblood. Okay, I know you think I'm cheating here because technically Snowblood was released in 2020 as a single. However, it was also released in 2021 as part of their album. So I think I'm in the right here in including them as number 1 on my list. But if you don't know, if you just heard that, there's Machine Gun breakdown, it's just immense. It's everything you want out of a metalcore song. It's super modern sounding, a lot of gent influence, a lot of progressive metal. The clean vocals are awesome, screams are fantastic. The song in itself is a huge story, and it kind of bums me out because I think their guitarist told me that he wrote it in like 2 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I love this song so much and you wrote it so quick. Does that mean it's really not that good? But no, it's still good. Just because it was written quick doesn't mean it's not good. It's just he's extra talented. But Snowblood by Era is just everything I want out of a metalcore song. As I said, multiple breakdowns, awesome complex riffs. Guitar tone is particularly fantastic. I highly recommend getting into Era if you haven't already. I have yet to see them live. It's definitely on my bucket list, and I'm hoping they come back to town soon so I can do so. But Era is a band that I have been following for a couple of years, and now I am all in on everything they release. So definitely check out Era's new album. And with that, let me know in the comments if you agree with my list, what I should have added to the list, what you don't like on my list, what I helped you discover. Please like, subscribe, and share if you're enjoying the content. And as always, have a nice life.